name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, we commission this project together with the 17 projects that will be completed by Valco Trust Fund across this country. Amen.
On behalf of His Excellency the President and our Honorable Ministers, Dr. Martin Kokupempe, and then Dr. Chum, and on behalf of all the people of Ghana. Amen. Director, Mr. Kelvin Kwaku Adam, with support from the Ministry of Energy as part of the vision of His Excellency Nana Addo Kwaku, President of the Republic of Ghana, to eliminate all schools under trees and deplorable basic schools in Ghana. Period of construction, 4th June 2021 to 31st December 2021. Commissioned on 15th February 2022 by Honorable Dr. Martin Kokupempe, Minister of Energy.
Valco Trust Fund, in partnership with Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Energy, commissioned the 17 schools under the tree as part of governmental agenda. Speaking at the event was the Deputy Minister for Education, Honorable John Fajon, stated that as one of the outstanding government vision that every child to be able to contribute to school economic development, they need to have access to education.
Of Valco Trust Fund, and we cherish this partnership with the Ministry of Energy and their affiliate agencies in ensuring that one of the very important vision of the President of this government and all of us here, we bank on education as the opportunity that was given to us for us to be able to realize this dream. For every child to be able to meaningfully contribute to socio-economic development, you need to have access to education. One challenge that has bedeviled this sector has been the issue of schools under trees. And very shortly we'll go into what has accounted for this phenomenon over the years. But the most important thing is that we must tackle it head on, we must eradicate it. And in government's efforts, President Nana Akufo Addo's vision to eradicating schools under trees and schools that are not in good shape, two effective strategies have been deployed. One is to get fund in the Ministry of Education to massively build various school infrastructure from kindergarten, primary to JHS, SHS levels across the length and breadth of this country. And the second strategy, also government through the Valco Trust Fund, to be able to build many more such schools to complement the efforts of the Ministry of Education and what Get Fund is already doing. It is my understanding that in the next 5 years, Valco Trust Fund seeks to build 5,000 such schools. That is a huge, colossal vision that we cherish so much. Today we are here to commission 17, one of them at Abomusu Presby Primary School, and the 16 others also spread equitably across the length and breadth of this country. Those efforts, when realized, teaming up with what government had already invested heavily and continues to invest through the Ministry of Education and Get Fund, will be able to ensure that Ghana becomes a nation where schools under trees become a thing of the past.
Also speaking at the event was the Deputy Minister for Energy, Honorable Mohammed Hamin Haddans, said that the Valco Trust Fund has done a lot over the year in line with the governmental agenda to eliminate the school under the tree. According to Honorable Minister, during his presentation, said that their mission is not only to provide electricity, but also to contribute financially to the development of education.
Books for libraries, science equipment, and many more. In spite of these efforts and what government has been doing over the years, we still have around us the phenomenon of schools under trees. Therefore, in pursuance of our mandate as a government and in consultation with stakeholders, the Valco Trust Fund and the Ministry of Energy are leading in funding the elimination of all schools under trees. The extent of these schools under trees and the deplorable school structures we find around the country are in extremely dire straits, and it is very prevalent in almost all the regions of our country. As you by now know, our contribution as a ministry is not only to provide electricity. Through this project, our agencies and the ministry are contributing financially to the development of education in our country. Besides the financial support towards this project, the Ministry of Energy has also committed to provide each newly built school under this initiative with electricity at no cost to the community or the school.
Yeah, okay, that was one, right? That's the first one. So you stand back and pick another. Director, please. Director David Akomia Asokwa. Yes, in the Ashanti region.
According to the Chief Executive Officer for Valco Trust Fund, Mr. Kelvin Kwaku Adam, at the event, said that it is a general concern for all Ghanaians to support in the eliminating learning under the tree, to assess the education, which is also the governmental drive to provide quality education in Ghana.
When we decided to build schools under trees and deplorable school structures, we decided to build these schools for the right reasons. We were concerned about our children sitting under trees and the deplorable nature of our basic educational infrastructure and the inability of successive governments at the national, regional, municipal, and district levels to diligently apply themselves to these basic needs of our children. And so, Mr. Chairman, on Tuesday, the 1st of June 2021, Valco Trust Fund and then the Ministry of Energy held a press conference at Alisa Hotel in Accra to announce to the entire nation an initiative to eliminate all schools under trees and the reconstruction of all deplorable school structures in all parts of our dear nation, Ghana. Madam Chairperson, this initiative is in response to the extensive coverage by the media of the humiliating conditions of our children sitting under trees and some on stones and others in very deplorable conditions to access education. Madam Chairperson, it is also in line with the vision of His Excellency the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to provide the people of Ghana with quality education by bridging the huge disparities in our educational infrastructure between the less endowed communities and those from the urban areas. Madam Chairperson, at a said press conference, I indicated that we were building the first 18 schools across the country under the project. And on Friday, the 4th of June 2021, together with the Northern Regional Minister, Honorable Al-Hassan Saibu, we carried forward for the commencement of the schools under trees project at Kambosia DAKD School in the Karaga district of the Northern Region. Mr. Chairperson, in line with our promise to deliver the schools within 3 months, today we are here in Abombusu in the Etiwa West district of the Eastern Region to also commission and hand over the remaining 17 schools to the 17 communities in 15 regions of our dear nation. Madam Chairperson, the schools consist of 14 kindergarten schools, 2 junior high schools, and then 1
provide electricity, and also to ensure that we have fuel in our country for use by transportation vehicles. But in addition to this, we have a corporate social responsibility, okay? And therefore, when our agencies get their budget, as well as some of the income generating activities that they do, the ministry calls upon them to increase their contribution towards corporate social responsibility. And so it is in the light of that that the Minister for Energy, the Honorable Dr. Martin, agreed to partner with Valco Trust. And Valco Trust is one of the agencies in the General Ministry, because they are an offshoot of the Valco itself, Valco as a company, which now belongs to the government of Ghana. And so resources have been put together to do 18 schools, which is the commencement of efforts at eliminating all schools under trees. So these 18 schools are those we have come to commission. But that is not going to be the end. We are going to continue to mobilize resources to do more school buildings until we are able to eliminate all the 5,000 schools under trees. I mean, the most important resource in our country is our human beings, the people, and especially the children. But the future of our country lies with the children, and the quality of education we provide to them, the environment that they sit in to acquire this education are so important. And this is why these model schools are being built through the support of the Ministry of Energy, so that we can be able to build the human capacity of our country and harness that potential to accelerate the development of our country. Also, the President, His Excellency the President, has prioritized education. I mean, you know that he has embarked on very ambitious reforms which are intended to position Ghana's education to become globally competitive. And the Minister of Energy is happy to associate with the vision of our President. This is why we are doing this. But we also know that apart from what we're doing, the ministry's role in discovering oil for Ghana, oil and gas, which then generates revenue for our country, is also supporting the development of other sectors. Because the revenue we generate from oil goes to agriculture, goes to industry, goes to roads and roads infrastructure, and of course, educational infrastructure. The free senior high school program is partly funded from the oil money, And so the Ministry of Energy sees ourselves as the engine for the development of our country in different ways, including the education sector as well as human capacity development.